Hey everybody, welcome back. Anthony Griffin, Kim Matheson Associates, Allen Tate, Greensboro, North Carolina. I just want to come back with another video with you guys today. First, check out our new living wall. James spent a lot of time putting this thing up, and I hope you guys like seeing it on the video. Our video today is actually about setting your expectations as a buyer in today's market. So there's quite a few things to keep in mind when you're in today's market, and by today's market I mean end of 2020, beginning of 2021. Right now, there's not a lot of inventory out there. There's not a lot of homes for sale, but there are a lot of buyers in the market. So because of that, there are some things you can do to set your expectations to the right level to make sure you're finding the home that fits you, but also fits your budget. So the first thing to keep in mind with that is determining what your budget is. So there's a few different ways you can do that. You can set your budget by looking at the total loan amount. You can think about it in terms of what you feel comfortable with your monthly mortgage payment being and going off of that route. Either way, the first person you want to speak to is a mortgage professional who can let you know what your buying power is, what you can expect if you were to say have a $150,000, $200,000 loan, what that breaks down as your monthly payment, and what you can expect to see going forward with the loan process with total out-of-pocket costs. Because of that, you also want to work on getting a pre-approval, and we're going to touch back on that here later on in the video, but just some things to keep in mind to set your budget in the right frame so that way you're looking at homes that work for you and that you can purchase. Next up, we've got your must-haves versus your wants. This is key because it's very important to determine, do you really need 4 bedrooms, or is it that you'd like to have that 4th bedroom as an option? Do you really need to have a 2 or 3 car garage, or is it something you just kind of wanted? Those things can help to determine what can fit inside of your budget strategy, and also determine to make sure that you're not disappointed by what you can purchase versus what you'd like to have and like to see in the home. So creating that list and finding out what's most important to you, you may be surprised once you actually start seeing homes. What you thought was important probably isn't exactly that high on the list, whereas some things that didn't really make the list are now the tops of what you really want to see in your home. So that is definitely something to keep in mind. Next up is talking about making offers. So in today's market, end of 2020, beginning of 2021, inventory is very low. So because of that, you want to come in with a strong first offer, because you may only have the opportunity to present one offer to the seller before they make their decision about who they're going to choose to sell their home to. So a lot of folks, if you've purchased in years past, or if you're coming in from a different area where maybe the market isn't moving at quite the same pace, you might be used to a certain discount that you could get if you're, say, a cash buyer, or a certain discount if a home's been on the market for more than a couple of days. Something to keep in mind with this is, here in Greensboro, North Carolina, pretty much across the majority of price points, what you find is getting an offer in below list price is going to be very difficult to convince the sellers to take for the first few weeks of the home being on the market. Now, if you're dealing with a home that's been on the market for a few months, has gone through multiple different rounds, or maybe a season change, things along those lines, there may be some room there. But you want to start off with your strongest offer possible to show that you do have interest in purchasing the home. Next up, you do want to show that you can afford to buy the house. There's a few different ways to do this. Thing that is most prevalent in our market currently, especially if you're getting a loan, is to submit a pre-approval letter with your loan offer. This does a few different things for you. One, it shows the sellers that you are a serious buyer and you have the ability to purchase the house. 2, it also lets them know that you're going to have a realistic timetable to expect to actually close the home within. That's going to be very important because, price can be important to the seller, but it could also be somebody meeting their time frame. Maybe they need to get out in the next 30 days, and they need to know it's going to be somebody who can close in that time frame. Or maybe they've lived in the house for 20 years and they could really use 45 days or 60 days in order to get everything out of the home. So understanding what your close time frame is versus what the seller's expectations of close time frame are can really help to make sure that everybody gets on the same page and everybody ends up being happy at the closing table when you actually do purchase the home. So that's just a few things to keep in mind, a few ways to set your expectation level and help hopefully get you the home that you're looking for. So thanks so much for tuning in. I look forward to seeing you guys next time. Have a great day.